Hi everyone, my name is Natalie. About 9 months ago, I had my beautiful baby girl and I was able to do this with no epidural and no pain medications. So today I would like to share with you tips for having an unmedicated birth. Before I begin, I would like to say, whether you have a vaginal, C-section, epidural, or no epidural, you are already doing an amazing thing. You have grown a baby for 9 months and you're getting ready to bring life into this world. So whatever happens at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is that you and your baby make it here safely. Having said that, let's dive into the tips. Tip number 1 is that you want to know why you want an unmedicated birth. For me, there was various reasons. Amongst those reasons, I knew that I wanted to minimize my chances of C-section as much as possible. I wanted to be able to be mobile throughout my entire birth experience, and I wanted to be able to feel the urge to push when time for pushing came. I will say that out of all the tips, this is one of the most important ones, because when you're having those really tough contractions, knowing the reasons why you made this choice really helps you to put things into perspective. Tip number 2 is that you want to pick a medical provider, whether it's a midwife or a doctor, that are comfortable with natural births. I would go to different appointments, see different doctors, let them know your goal and see whether they connect with you in that same level. The next tip is that you want to mentally prepare for labor. Labor is as much mental as it is physical. My mom had 5 of us, 3 of us were unmedicated and 2 of us were emergency C-section. And hearing her experiences, I also knew that I wanted to experience an unmedicated birth. Knowing that though, I didn't know if I had what it took to be able to do it. One day, casually talking with a doula, I said, I want to experience an unmedicated birth. I want to know what it's like. I just don't know if I have what it takes to do it. And you know what she said to me? She said, if you want an unmedicated birth, you can do it. You have what it takes. What also helped me was knowing that contractions are not the enemy. Contractions are your body's way of helping you bring that baby down and bring that baby to that point where you're ready to push. I will say it did take the entire 9 months to be at a headspace comfortable enough to know that I could do it. Also, you cannot fear contractions. The next tip is that you want to physically prepare for labor. You want to be able to exercise for half an hour a day, whether that's walking or squatting. You want to be physically active. Labor is a marathon. It is one of the hardest things that you will ever do. I know for sure that it was one of the hardest things I have ever put my body through. You don't want to be just a couch potato. You don't want to be on your bed or on your sofa the entire day. I know that as you get closer to the end of your pregnancy, this is really hard because you want to put your legs up, you feel tired, and there is a time for that, but you also want to be able to be physically active. You want to have that stamina and that energy that you need for labor and delivery. My next tip is that you want to spend as much as you can early labor at home. Why? Because you are already at the comfort of your home. You can take a shower, you can nap, you can eat, and you're not having nurses or doctors interrupt you so often to get vitals. So spend as much as you can labor at home. When you start hitting active labor and contractions get closer and closer, that's when you do want to go to the hospital and deliver at the hospital. But while you can, stay at home. My next tip is that you want to move as much as possible. You want to be on the yoga ball or walking or rocking or swaying back and forth. Movement and gravity help bring the baby down. So move as much as possible. I remember that for my labor, I was between the yoga bowl, the stool, the toilet, the bathtub, and trust me, that movement helped to bring baby down. My next tip is that you want to utilize different relaxation techniques, whether that is massages, breathing techniques, warm water down your back. All of these help relieve the tension and the pressure that the contractions bring. I remember that for me, what really helped was having my doula massage throughout my entire labor, my lower back, and also going into the bathtub and having that hot, warm water down my back really helped to loosen my tight muscles. You also want to be able to relax, because if you're tight and your body is tense, you're not helping your muscles relax and bring that baby down. So learn different techniques, search them, go to a relaxation technique class. Trust me, they will really help ease the pain of contraction. My next tip is that you want to take the contractions one at a time. You know, for me, I'm a person that likes to think 10 things ahead of time, and for labor, you really just want to take one at a time. Think through them one at a time, because if you start thinking about how many contractions are there going to be, you're just going to psych yourself out and you're going to want to give up and you're just going to tire yourself out. So take one at a time, and as you conquer one, let go of that one and start afresh with that new one. My last and final tip is that you want to have people that are going to support your decision. There are going to be people that are going to question you, that are going to say, why are you doing this? There's modern medicine, there's pain medications, why put yourself through this? And you really want to just have people that are going to support you and are going to support your desires and your goals. I really thank God for my husband, my mom, and my doula, because they were extremely supportive in that delivery room. There were times when I wanted to give up, and they would help me and they would say, you're strong enough, you can do this. And trust me, those words of affirmation made an entire difference. So that was my last tip. I pray and I hope that you have the labor and the delivery that you want. If this has helped, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!